Hello, my name is C.V.Akuta. In case you are joining me for the very first time, on this episode, I want us to reason together and discuss what our President Muhammad Buhari, said at ASWAN Conference in Egypt. He said that Nigeria will start to issue visa at the point of entry to all persons with African country passports by January 2020.
In our efforts to accelerate African integration, we in Nigeria have already taken the strategic decision to bring down barriers that have hindered the free movement of our people within the continent by introducing the issuance of visa as the point of entry into Nigeria to all persons holding passports of African countries with effect from January 2020.
This speech has generated so much controversies in Nigeria. So many people are for and against this speech. Wherever divide you find yourself, you are right. You might be right, and I'm gonna try to treat this topic holistically. For me, I think this is a very good idea. This will increase tourism. Tourism, like you know, will boost the revenue of Nigeria, create employment opportunities. That is to say, people will be able to make a living. In 2016, 1.889 million people visited Nigeria, though that number is small. Compared to the UK, in the same year, 9.3 million people from non-EEA countries came to England. And then tourism alone in the UK contributed about £217 billion in 2016 alone. So that will boost the economy of Nigeria. Expats from other African countries could come into Nigeria to work. This policy of giving visa at the point of entry is part of the African continent free trade agreement. This didn't start today. The journey has been long, as far back as 1980s or thereabout. This process began before Buhari came to power as a military head of state in 1983. So it precedes Buhari's tenure, both as a military head of state and a civilian president. It is a long journey. So that's part of the protocols. Also, let us also remember that ECOWAS protocol allows 16 countries to move freely. That is to say, the members of ECOWAS countries can get visa at the point of entry into any of the countries in ECOWAS. Nigeria can travel to any of the 16 countries in ECOWAS and then get stamped to their passport as at the point of entry and at the point of disembarkation. But having said all these things, there's also reasons to worry. For example, the Fulani herdsmen that came in from other West African countries have been wreaking havoc in Nigeria. They've been on the killing spree. Fulani herdsmen, like you know, has been declared as the fourth terror group by international organization. So, and in Nigeria, they operate almost freely. You don't hear about their arrest and prosecution. In one of the interviews, our president said he was interviewed in America alongside Donald Trump, American president. Our president said the Fulani herdsmen they only carry sticks, whereas they carry AK-47.
The problem about the cattle rearers and herders in Nigeria is a very long historical thing. But the states most concerned, they knew that the Nigerian herders never carried anything more than a stick and occasionally a machete to cut down foliage and give it to their animals.
He seems to be in denial that Fulani herdsmen are a killer group. And it gives people reason to worry. If you give visa at the point of entry, that means every person from Africa can come in. And we all know that our government has this attitude of not fighting Fulani killer. This approach coming now with this issuance of visa at the point of entry, that means more criminals could walk in, especially what I've just said now. There's also the issue of Boko Haram. that oppress within 4 countries, Cameroon, Niger Republic, Chad, and Nigeria. So they could recruit from other African countries and they will be issued visa at the point of entry. Today, as of today, Nigeria is struggling with the menace of Boko Haram, trying to crush them, but they've not been able to crush them. And the Nigerian army has resorted to prayers to help in fight against Boko Haram. So it gives Nigerians reason to worry or reasons to worry. This policy of visa at the point of entry could escalate terrorism attacks in Nigeria, or there could be flux of Fulani herdsmen from other African countries, or there could also be influx of criminals in Nigeria. To make matters worse, Nigeria shut her borders to goods from other ECOWAS countries that have been smuggling from other ECOWAS countries. So it's assumed that all the borders would have been shut. But in Katsina State, the greatest irony is that in Katsina State, where the president hails from, there has been smuggling going on. And this was reported by a Katsina House of Representative member at Abuja.
Honorable Fatu Mohammed, member from Katsina State, representing Sandamu, Meadua, and Daura. Thank you very much, Sada, for raising this observation. So I came back yesterday from Daura. I was ambushed by the communities there due to the hardship they are facing there due to this one closure of the border and the 20 kilometers instruction given by custom. From Daura to Kongolam, that's the border, international border, is 18 kilometers. From Mr. President's house, leaving home, his bedroom, to the border is just 13 kilometers. That's a very good point there. We all know the borders are closed, but they still allow things to go in and out. I'm a living witness, and I stand to be corrected. Therefore, yesterday, I was there around 1 a.m. Nobody knows. I saw what they are doing. So, sir, the custom need to be invited here.
So that tells you a lot could go wrong with this issuance of visa at the point of entry. The immigration and the customs could sabotage the efforts, could let in anybody coming to Nigeria. But except our president will not turn a new leaf and then become strict, maybe change the immigration or reorganize the immigration, reorganize the customs, and then be firm with any erring official or whatever. Otherwise, this idea of issuing visa could go wrong. But having said all that, I also think that there are a lot to benefit from visa at the point of entry, which that will result in reciprocal agreement. That will mean Nigerians traveling to other African countries will also be able to receive such treatment. They will also be able to receive visa at the point of entry. That will be good for Nigerians because we travel a lot. We do business a lot in other African countries. So for me, I think the policy is good. What we need is for maybe our immigration, our customs to rise up to the occasion to be able to be able to implement the policy without sabotaging it. If they do, it's gonna be a win-win situation. Those coming into Nigeria will benefit, and Nigerians going to other African countries will also benefit. So it's a win-win situation. Let us hear from you what you think. If you think it's gonna benefit Nigerians, drop your comments at our comment section. Whatever you think. If you think it's not good for Nigeria, I would also like to hear from you and read from you. Drop your comments at the comment section. This way I'm gonna end this episode. Bye for now.